Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. It's me, it's Hallie Girl, and we are here for another video. So it is time for another monthly manis. The end of 2022 has just been zooming right on by us. It's already December, so I wanted to share with you guys my manis that I wore for the month of November. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're gonna get started with pedicure colors, but before I do that, just wanted to remind you guys to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you like the content. I do vlogs here, I do nail content, and just a little sprinkling of everything else. So if you are liking the vibes over this way, make sure you subscribe to the channel. So pedicure color, I only have one. I wore Sam from Zoya for a long time. I got that put on my toes in October, and that's in my October manis. I'll link that one in the cards for you guys. So I wore that for a long time, so I ended up only wearing one like new pedicure, and this is from OPI, and this is in this shade. It's a Piazza cake, so this is like your standard purple type of shade. Purple? What am I talking about? Okay, this is orange. Anyway, this is your standard orange pumpkin-y type of color. This color is iconic. A lot of people wear this color around this time of year because it's super festive, and I'm one of those people. However, I wanted to try it on my toes. I've never worn it on as a pedicure before, and at first when I took this to the nail shop with me and the lady was putting it on, I was like, I don't know about this, but it ended up looking really nice. I really liked it. This color does dry down a little bit darker than what it looks in the bottle, but still I enjoyed this on the toes, and I will show you guys what I actually paired this with on my nails in a little bit. But yeah, this was my one and only pedicure for November. So for manis, I actually wore a couple nail combos this month, and we are going to start with the first one that I wore. So the base, I wore another OPI polish, and this one's in the shade Suzi, the First Lady of Nails. This is like an olive green cream polish, and then over top of that I wore a KB Shimmer Flake Expectations, and this is a multi-chrome flaky topper. You guys can't really see it on camera right now, but it basically goes from blue to purple to pink to green, and you also get like gold at extreme angles. So it's really pretty. It's a flaky topper. So I put these two together because I was trying to recreate a indie polish that I don't have in my collection. It's called All of a Sudden, and I can't remember the name of the company or the nail polish maker that makes that, but it was called All of a Sudden, and it was like a olive green base with colored flakies. It didn't turn out exactly like that because these flakies shift different than the ones that are in that polish, but nonetheless I really enjoyed this combo together, and I thought it was really pretty, and I definitely want to keep using this topper over different things. This was actually featured in my favorite toppers video, so I will put that in the cards for you guys as well to watch after this video. But I really love this topper, and it really transforms whatever polish it goes over. So I really enjoyed these two polishes together. Like I said, it was a really pretty mani, and I actually didn't want to take this off, but I had to. So this was OPI Suzi, the First Lady of Nails, and KB Shimmer Flake Expectations. Next up, I wore another combo. So I wore this polish from Zoya, and this is called Desiree. It's just this beautiful chocolate brown. And then I wore this polish from Different Dimensions, and it's called Pumpkin Spice Everything. So this polish is basically like brown glitters, gold holographic glitter, flakies, and it gets opaque on the nails. So I put these together. I used this as a accent nail on my pinky and my ring finger, and I wanted to try this beautiful brown out because I had just purchased it. Well, not just purchased it, but I just purchased it this year, and I wanted to wear this for the fall. And then this one, I wanted to see whether I wanted to destash this or not because I was thinking about it, and I am going to hold on to this one. The application is not the best. This is really thick. Like, it's like the ratio of glitter to base is kind of off, and so it can be really hard to work with, but once you get it on the nails, it is pretty, and I really like it as an accent nail. The first time I wore this, I wore it by itself, all 10 fingers, and I feel like that's part of the reason why I didn't like it. But paired up with something else like this beautiful brown, it really like elevated it and made it something that I think is worth keeping in my collection. So I am going to keep this. So this mani is Desiree from Zoya with pumpkin spice everything from different dimensions. Okay, next up I wore another KB shimmer, and this one is called Soul Blue. So last month, if you guys remember, I wore a sister polish to this from KB Shimmer. It's called How's It Growing, and it's basically the same polish, but that base color was like an emerald green, and this base color is this beautiful shade of blue, and it just has those beautiful flakies in there. They shift from green to blue to gold, a little bit of yellow in there, like really pretty. So because I loved that one so much last month, and I thought it was like my favorite mani of the month, I wanted to wear this one this month, and this was very pretty as well. I really liked this. Most people would probably consider this like a summer polish, but I loved wearing it in the fall. I think this is a really like good polish to use for like a fall blue, and it was just really prettier than I remembered it being when I first wore it, and I really enjoyed this on the nails. So this is KB Shimmer Soul Blue. So next up I wore a China Glaze, and this one is called a Cowboy by. This came out in their like Western themed fall collection, I want to say like in 2019, and this is a brown polish. It's very hard to see. You can kind of see that shimmer in there a little bit. It's like a red to gold shifting shimmer. And there's also some really fine holographic glitters in here as well. This one's super pretty, opaque in 2 coats, and it was just a really nice brown to wear. I wore this kind of, I think, the week of Thanksgiving, and then I put on my Thanksgiving mani that I'm about to show you guys. But this was really pretty on the nails, just another nice rich chocolatey brown, but this one has those added elements of the shimmer and the holographic glitters in there just to take it to the next level. So this was really pretty as well. Again, China Glaze Cowboy by. So next up, this was the polish that I actually wore for Thanksgiving. So this is Essie, and this is in the shade It Aint Soho. So I realized that I have had this for like probably 2 years at this point, and I've never worn it. And that was a big problem because I probably forgot it was in my collection to even begin with. But this is a beautiful like metallic pumpkin burnt orange, and it gets opaque in 2 coats. Now this formula is almost like a chrome. It's not really a true metallic, because there's like these particles in it, or like these, like I guess chrome particles, I don't know, that you can like see them in the bottle, and when you put it on your nail you can see them. So it's not like a super smooth application like most metallics are. And also, like when I was doing cleanup around my nails, some of like the little flakes would get stuck to my nails. So I wouldn't call this a true metallic. Now that I've worn it, I would probably call it more of a chrome type of polish, but nonetheless this was really pretty, and I had this on my nails paired with the OPI on my toes, and I thought that that was a really cute little mani pedi combo for Thanksgiving. So again, this is Essie It Aint Soho. Oh, and one more thing about It Aint Soho, it did chip on me rather quickly. I don't know if that was user error or it was the polish. I'm not sure, but I did want to point that out, that one did. I got not chipping, but tip wear on my nails fairly quickly wearing that one. But moving on to the last polish that I wore to close out the month of November. This is another China Glaze, and this is called You're a Mean One. And this is from their infamous Grinch collection that came out a couple years ago. I want to say 2017, no, not 2017. 2018 or 2019? I can't remember. But this collection is super popular. It was limited edition. I have quite a few polishes, I think 4 from this collection, and I absolutely love all of the ones that I own. And this one is You're a Mean One. So this is a beautiful dark rich purple base, and it has this gold shimmer that runs through it. You guys can see it in the bottle a little bit there, but it's just so pretty. It's this beautiful jewel toned, and then the shimmer element makes it like glow from within, which gives it more of that like a jewel vibe. And I really like this one. It doesn't necessarily scream Christmas or anything, but I think it's a really nice polish to kind of transition you from maybe your fall polishes into your Christmas polishes. So I really like this Opaque in 2 Coats. I've worn this a couple times now. I'm actually interested in wearing this on my toes to see if I like it. But yeah, this was the last polish for November. China Glaze, You're a Mean One. Alright, you guys, those were all the polishes that I wore for the month of November. Let me know down in the comments what you guys wore. Let me know what your Thanksgiving mani was. And make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more amazing content. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.